video earlier on my new camera on how I constructed this trellis for these tomato plants, and I got the idea off of Oklahoma Gardening. Mine may not look like theirs, but at least it'll get the job done. Second thing I like to do, and I am check for snakes. Always check for snakes around here now. I trim the bottoms of the tomato plants, what I call the suckers, and this allows the plant to put more energy into the fruit and not so much into the vines. If you have a tomato plant that's going to look like a bush, you're really not going to get that many tomato plants. This one's a little too short yet, and I can see my trellis isn't quite close enough, but I figured when these get bigger, then they're gonna lean anyway. I didn't do that very good. Oh well, it's the first time I've done this method because normally I do cattle panels, so, and I could drop that down a little bit. That's actually not real tight anyway. Let me tighten this real quick. And technically, I could scoot that up a little bit closer. It will not hurt anything. And the reason I just tied it, that way I can untie it at the end of the season, put the twine up, and then also put the bamboo up for the winter. There's not much room. I probably should pull this one a little closer too. And the good thing about these is, if you move this a little closer, you got the bend and stuff with the other one that'll just kind of glide. So you're not really going to lose. I need to tighten those. Those aren't very tight. And then I always keep these on me in case there's blooms, and I can just go ahead and bag. That's still pretty tall. Since this is my first time doing this, I didn't really measure it or do it very well. But with the wind we have in Oklahoma, I just wanted to make sure my plants are secure, because that next row over, they're flying all over the place. And if we get a good sharp wind, my tomato plants will snap. The reason I know is this happened to me many times in the past, so that's actually not real strong either. I'm gonna have to tighten that up too. Anyway, this baling twine, I got 2 big bundles of it for $5 at an auction. And this is exactly what I use it for. Don't turn things down, because you never know what purposes you can get out of them. You can get a couple years out of this junk. I mean, it's just a good resource to have. $5. Well, if you go buy the regular twine and stuff, it's pretty expensive at the store, so this is a better resource. Again, I'm going to put the plant on that side of the trellis, and I'm going to go ahead and tighten these up. The wind's blowing, so things are kind of getting knocked around. Some little blooms before they open, so I can go ahead and bag that for this variety right here. The tag is not in here, but I have it written down in the house, so I know what the variety is. And I can't get that little spot, so I'm going to go ahead and just bag the whole thing real loosely. Down, I'll trim the suckers off of this one, then I'll move to the other side and get those two. trim the suckers off your tomato plants so you will get more fruit. And for those of you who don't know, tomatoes are a fruit. They're not a vegetable. There we go. And there's how I do it. And there's some that I did a few days ago, which that one's come undone, so I need to wrap that up. I guess I'm not doing it right. Maybe I need to make it a little bit tighter and make the twine a little bit longer. See? Learn from my mistakes. Make sure you get the trellis actually twined on there tight. All right. We'll talk at you later.